Kieron Lacey, one half of the Rumble Tag Team Champions, with Mark True, the only other man in Rumble Professional Wrestling who isn't an absolute mug. And tonight I am in a tournament in honor of Bob. And let me tell you something, Bob, I'm gonna bring that trophy home, just like me and Mark True. Do I need to say any more?
Bob Bartholomew Memorial Tournament tonight. This is it. It's another moment for me to prove myself. The last time I was in a tournament in Rumble Wrestling, I won this. So I'm confident. I know who I'm up against. The options: Mark True, Kieron Lacey, Nino Bryant. Some of the wrestlers I know the best in this business, and one of them's my brother. I'm feeling confident. I won't lie, but you know, it's a tough challenge always with these wrestlers. These are top professionals, but I know what I'm doing here. I'm in good form in Rumble, and I'm in good form in my career. This is a good moment for me, and it's coming home for me today.
Yeah, Drew, I'll leave when I'm ready. Come on, Kieron. Shut your ugly mouth. Who says that?
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, both these semi-finals will be decided by one fall with a 20-minute time limit. One fall to decide who goes into the final. Presenting and introducing, coming from the red corner, one half of the British Tag Team Champions, Kieron Lacey. And his opponent, you know as well as I do, is the Mal Mason British Lightweight Champion, Nino Bryant. One fall to decide who goes into tonight's final. Commence wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rumble Wrestling Promotions on the Rumble Wrestling YouTube channel. It is time for one-on-one action. The first of two semi-finals to determine who will advance to the final this very evening to compete for the Bob Bartholomew Memorial Shield. And of course, Bob Bartholomew, a wonderful friend of Rumble Wrestling, not to mention a lifelong passionate devotee of British professional wrestling. And this tournament is to honour his incredible legacy and everything he's done for British professional wrestling. And you couldn't ask for four better individuals, and we have two of them right now on tap in a singles match. Traditional one fall to a finish. Kieron Lacey, one half of the Rumble Wrestling Tag Team Champions, facing the Mal Mason British Lightweight Champion, the ever-present champion ever since he won that belt 3 years ago, almost to the day, Nino Bryant. Referee Matt Wilson in charge of this one-on-one matchup. Collar and elbow top to get us started. Kieron Lacey already showing us that he is not above taking a shortcut. And by the way, the other half of the British Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Nino Bryant's vaunted enemy, of course, in Mark True, has decided not to be on ringside with Kieron Lacey, which is a very interesting tactic. Normally, those two are inseparable, and with good reason. They have extremely impressive results, especially when it comes to interfering in matchups. But Nino Bryant is certainly not going to allow Kieron Lacey to dictate the pace, and he's certainly not going to allow him to disrespect him here in a sold-out Ditton Community Centre for our 40th anniversary tour. 40 years of the very best the British professional wrestling has to offer. Nino Bryant versus Kieron Lacey, our first semi-final in the Bob Bartholomew Memorial Shield Tournament. Here we go, collar and elbow tie once again. So Kieron Lacey would have a slight power advantage, but Nino Bryant is not to be sniffed at, and the amount of weight and the amount of power that he has packed on over the years as he grows as an experienced professional wrestler beggars belief. And I have no doubt that one day Nino Bryant is no doubt going to be more than just a lightweight, frankly. And Kieron Lacey is remonstrating. Oh, come on, he used that simple distraction there to slap the taste right out of Nino Bryant's face, and now takes full advantage and gains an upper hand in this matchup. As always with True and Lacey, there seems to be quite a nefarious tactic. You might have noticed that Kieron Lacey's wearing an armband. His tag team partner also wears the same armband. It quite simply says mug. A very simple but effective statement of what he thinks of everybody who is out here, who is not the other half of the British Tag Team Champions. Nino Bryant goes up and over and sweeps the legs out of Kieron Lacey. Deep pinfall attempt there, 2 count only. And Kieron Lacey finds himself a little bit stunned by that. Frankly, he's quite incredulous. Sends Nino Bryant off the ropes and catches him flush with that shoulder tackle right in the middle of the ring. There is no denying the pedigree and the exceptional talent of Kieron Lacey. Kieron Lacey, arguably the tag team of the world right now. Shoulder tackle once again. And Kieron Lacey showing off his power. Also spending an incredible amount of time not paying attention to his opponent, hot dogging. Nino Bryant looks for the slate. Leapfrogs right over the top of his opponent. Kieron Lacey sends him off the ropes, goes up and over, and goes right underneath through the legs. Ducks under, beautiful go behind, comes off the ropes and snaps off a beautiful Hurricane Runner. Head scissors takedown and a standing drop kick as well. And Kieron Lacey is going to have to rethink the strategy as he heads to the outside. Kieron Lacey and Mark True, the first British tag team champions under the Rumble banner, and have been ever present as champions, but it hasn't been quite as easy for both of them as of late, especially for Mark True, who of course lost his European Championship to Danny Black, who will be contesting that later this evening. Beautiful, evasive behavior and a standing enziguri from Nino Bryant on the outside, sends himself back in, springs the horns off the ropes through a beautiful crossbody pinfall combination, 2 count only. Nino Bryant quickens the pace. That's exactly what Nino Bryant wants to do. By the way, Kieron Lacey and Mark True, of course, extreme practitioners in the art of professional wrestling. They can move at pace, but they do prefer a slightly more methodical style, which is why Nino Bryant is looking for an extremely high impact affair here. Looking to finish things with his patented tornado DDT, but Kieron Lacey dumps him on the outside, and now just looking for a handful. Puts the brakes on this time, blocks the enziguri and hangs Nino Bryant out to dry on the ropes. You might have noticed his throat snapped against the top rope, and Nino Bryant now finds himself on the outside. A very precarious position, and Kieron Lacey going to take some time to survey the battlefield, measure up Nino Bryant, who returns to the ring. Sends him off the ropes and a vicious diving headbutt to the breadbasket. Kieron Lacey sends Nino Bryant inside out. Violent disposition like a torpedo, almost 200 pounds of pure muscle just thundering across the abdomen of Nino Bryant, courtesy of Kieron Lacey, who now once again decides to remonstrate with the Ditton Community Centre. 5 minutes gone, as you would have heard from our timekeeper, and Kieron Lacey in full control right now as we speak, now mounting the second rope. Taking a look and looking to wrench on those fingers, but that's exactly what he's trying to do. I had a feeling it might be that way. He's biting the fingers of Nino Bryant, looking to take a chunk of the Mount Mason British lightweight champion. That vicious Irish whip into the corner and a 2 count as Nino Bryant is just able to escape, but the velocity in which he crashed into the Rumble Wrestling turnbuckle should not be withheld. And referee Matt Wilson, keeping a close eye on proceedings as always, is the head official, an excellent referee in every sense is Matt Wilson. He'll have to keep his head on a swivel when it comes to Kieron Lacey or Mark True. And of course, Mark True, as I mentioned, not out here, but we've seen on countless occasions the British Tag Team Champions will take liberties, and there is absolutely nothing stopping Mark True potentially later on in this affair getting involved. Let's hope he does, and let's hope we have the one-on-one matchup that we do so desire, especially when we are talking about a memoriam of our wonderful friend Bob Bartholomew, who sadly passed away just a few weeks ago. And Kieron Lacey is looking to bring home more silverware as he stuffs his left boot into the throat of Nino Bryant. And I have to say, I'm very impressed with Kieron Lacey thus far. He has grounded the high-flying excellence of Nino Bryant.
He's a mug like every single one of you.
Once again, more disrespect, more attitude. Not that I've come to expect anything less from Kieron Lacey. And I think he was looking to catch Nino Bryant by going up and over, but look at the power on display from Nino Bryant, and a thunderous power slam from a standing position in the middle of the ring. Pinfall, just able to escape was Kieron Lacey. ANDmedia and Matt Raven at ringside, providing all of the videography and, of course, all of the magnificent photography. And you can see every single one of Matt Raven's magnificent shots on Rumble Wrestling's social media. Thunderous. roaring back elbow for Nino Bryant, who comes thundering back in with a drop kick as well. And no wasted motion as always. Ducks the right hand and delivers a forearm of his own. Ducks the left hand, delivers a headbutt to the midsection. Talk about turnabout is fair play. Giving Lacey a bit of his own medicine, And now Lacey's able to escape. Beautiful counter. Look how Claymore patented Nino Bryant offense. Pinfall attempt and a 2 count once again. And Nino Bryant finally is beginning to build here in this semi-final matchup. The winner advances to face the winner of Leland Bryant or Mark True. So extremely personal and vested interest for both of these competitors. And now once again looking for that tornado DDT. Puts the brakes on again, does Kieron Lacey. Nino Bryant blocks and then this time gets the enziguri that he desires. Nino Bryant now heading up to the top rope, measuring Kieron Lacey, who was very groggy, a little bit out on his feet, dare I say. Nino Bryant, though, taking a lot of time, but catches him flush with a beautiful flying crossbody off the top rope. Pinfall, and Kieron Lacey, to his credit, still able to escape before the free count. Nino Bryant maybe trying to convince himself as well as the audience here that he is in control. He certainly looks to be in control, but he has to put away Kieron Lacey. And whether you like Mark True and Kieron Lacey or not, they've proven themselves to be one of the most resilient pairings in the history of British professional wrestling. And who can argue with the 2024 that they have had? Absolute excellence in terms of tag team wrestling. Vicious knee lift to the midsection. Pump handle, fireman's carry from Kieron Lacey. Just showing off his power. Now a beautiful inverted suplex off of the pump handle fireman's carry, and Nino Bryant on instinct alone just able to get his shoulder off the canvas. That Final Destination-esque finisher from Kieron Lacey didn't get the job done, and he looks as stunned as everybody else here in Ditton. Nino Bryant trying desperately to draw upon the energy of Ditton Community Centre. And as you see there, the magnificent Matt Raven capturing all the action, always in the best position possible for a potential photographic moment of excellence. That's exactly what Matt Raven does better than anybody else in this business. And Kieron Lacey certainly likes to think that he is the best in the business at destroying young talents like Nino Bryant. He certainly seems to have gained the upper hand once again, after, dare I say, quite a shaky bit of ground. 10 minutes into this semi-final, we're none the wiser as to who might potentially be moving on to the final later on this afternoon. And I think he's looking for a power driver, and Nino Bryant is aware of that and using his legs to escape, and escapes through the legs, and a super kick catches Kieron Lacey flush coming in. Vicious contact on that. Tornado DDT, is it incoming? Yes, it is. Oh my God. Spikes Kieron Lacey's head, flush in the middle of the ring, and that will be that. Nino Bryant advances to the final of the Bob Bartholomew Memorial Shield Tournament.